2013.
I am not a Javi hater. I love Javi,
Yeah.
and I hope that he does extremely well. However, I have felt that in general, you know, his amazing performance at Apex was just one data point, and I felt like the community kind of extracted way too. Did you see that they covered Ben SW's face with the with the flag? Ben's like, dude, forget this.
Yeah, Javi definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, people were like, oh yeah, Javi's going to get top 8 at every tournament, and for the rest of our known existence.
Well, so no, I think a lot of people don't know what you mean, right? Javi's this player from Mexico who came out to the USA, who had always been really hyped up in his own region, and his very first performance, he got 4th defeating PPMD, which was huge because I don't think PPMD had ever lost a set to a Fox, ever, before that. And here comes Javi, and he just beats people. So Javi has, and then since then, you know, he's had some strong finishes, like usually around top 32, like 17th, 25th, pretty solid placings. But he hasn't had the same sort of impactful placing. So now he's playing PewPewU, sponsored by CLG, one of NorCal's elite top 3 players. Javi has just beaten Shroomed to get here in winners. So we definitely know he can do it. We definitely know that even though we haven't seen him in a while, he's still like super amazing.
Yeah.
But PewPewU is like absolutely this like Fox Slayer.
Yeah.
So basically we're gonna see how well Javi's versus Marth can carry him against, you know, this Titan from NorCal, who we all know and love.
Both players, I think, with a good bit to prove, and you know, this is the biggest stage of all time.
Yep.
Still on the winner side, which is impressive in its own right, and I don't know. I think this set's gonna be pretty sick. I think probably PewPewU has a slight edge here. If I had to guess.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like the slight favorite, but it's definitely a toss-up.
And when you say slight edge here, you mean in this match? You don't mean
I just mean like player versus player, like this matchup. If I had to call it, if I were a betting man and we're giving odds, I would give odds to PewPewU.
Right. I feel it. But Javi doing great work on this first off. He needs to kill him though. Just a couple upper opportunities.
Yeah. And I mean, I say this a lot, right? Melee is not about putting on percent. Melee is not about stick combos. Yeah. We love stick combos, and they're a vehicle towards what Melee is about, but ultimately, the game's about taking stocks.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, then...
It's about buckets, dude.
It's about buckets.
But Javi did get that bucket.
Ooh! Beautiful tipper.
Right back. Yeah.
So he double jump up airs and simultaneously lands on the top platform, which sets up for that beautiful forward smash.
I think that's like a super classic Marth setup, especially on movies.
Very attractive setup.
Yes.
Fun to watch. Cool how like it's like stars aligning.
Yeah.
PewPewU barely missing that up air. That's like what we were talking. I was talking about PP and how he does that so beautifully. Kind of surprising to me to see Kevin like miss it. But maybe it's just because Yoshi's the platform is so low.
Yeah.
You have to be a little bit more pro. Good chase down by Javi. Reading the roll away. Did he just stop and forward smash?
I think he did.
I think he just called out that you're not going to shield here, and I'm just going to forward smash. It's going to beat whatever you do.
Right.
Bet me.
And the scary thing is if you make that same call but you shield, or if you grab the shield, instead of throw out a forward smash and have that get shielded. It's a mix-up. I don't know. I respect it.
I respect it. I actually really like throwing out crazy moves every once in a while, just to plant the seed in your opponent's mind.
Let him know.
Let him know.
You know this is my playbook. But yo, Javi right now?
Up 3 stocks to 1 on Yoshi's story.
Javi right now is looking like, hey, I will see the rest of you guys in top 8 in winners.
Yeah.
Javi is saying Viva la Mexico.
I think the winner of this plays Leffen.
Ooh.
Oh, the winner of this plays Armada itself.
Okay.
The winner of Armada. Okay.
Right.
Anyway, PewPewU trying to make something happen. I mean, 30%, I think this is very, very doable for a Marth, but Javi's got to be feeling pretty comfortable.
Right. He did take a moment before that stock, took a deep breath. But yeah, he's playing great right now, and he's actually playing really aggressive.
Yeah.
He's actually kind of just not giving Kevin any.
Whoa! Almost KO.
Yup.
A little bit more percent, and with that DI, that would have been it.
Oh yeah.
But here's PewPewU's chance. Misses the regrab.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh,
wow. But great DI from Javi.
Yeah.
Living. Good call out by PewPewU, but he's going to get the cloud? No,
Oh,
he goes right for the...
right for the edge. Doesn't need to. In fact.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's
Uh-oh.
bad. That's bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Doesn't want to play that game.
Just hanging on to his space right now. And Javi's still coming in.
Yeah, he's
an aggressive player.
Very nair heavy, dude. Actually, very, very nair heavy.
Yeah.
You kind of don't expect to see that in 2015.
Yeah. Because like to actually do that successfully, you need to like be able to call out the Marth's movement, right?
Yeah, you need to be calling the fact that they're not crouch canceling.
Right. Yeah.
Because if he sits there and says, whatever, dude, I'm just going to sit here, hold down, and then grab you after you attack me, you could lose your stock for that. So.
What are you telling me, Tove? You telling me you want to see some more crouch cancels out of my man PewPewU?
I might. I think PewPewU in general is a very unorthodox Marth.
Yeah.
I think he flows. He flows like water. He moves, he moves in this really kind of unique way. And he finds these beautiful openings that no one else does, but sometimes he doesn't have that basic King. I'm going to sit here and lame you out.
Right.
And sometimes I think that's what you need, especially as a character like Marth, man.
Yeah.
Because when you play that like super flashy game with Fox, I don't know if you've seen my man Fox McCloud, but he's got some tricks of his own.
He's got some tricks.
So
I done seen Fox McCloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally see what you're saying. Yeah, I think that Marth, like his character archetype is like a zoner and like super strong punishes, kind of solid ground game. But like you're saying, PewPewU doesn't quite play him that way.
Right, which is fine. It works for him. But there are moments where I'm like, yeah, you could crouch cancel that, or you could, whatever.
Ooh, he goes for the up air. I love going for the up air, but like it never works. Very hard to double jump as Marth and like actually have your sword hit the guy on the way down.
Right.
Good players like Javi, they're just kind of like getting out of range as they're coming down. They're way ahead of it.
Right.
Great counter though. And Stadium seems to be working out. Lots of damage. Keeps the combo going. Is that going to be a King combo?
No. Nair. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yo, remember when this was the Fox counter pick?
I do. I think about it every time Marth picks it, and I get confused.
Here's the actual. This is the Fox counter pick.
Yes.
This crag of rock we're seeing with the metal grates. That's the Fox counter pick.
Fox is digging it.
Yeah. Because if Marth goes in there, Fox hits him with that Drill Shine Infinite. And it is a true infinite.
Yeah.
And I know Javi is the type to practice in his room.
That's the stadium wobbles.
Right. So both players say, you know what, let's just play on neutral footing. And they both just wait it out.
Okay.
Ooh. Doesn't quite get the temper.
Ooh, again.
Yeah.
And that must hurt so much as a Marth player.
Yeah.
Because now he's got a Fox running around at 148%. And let me tell you, Marth doesn't have that many tools to get rid of him.
Whoa, Javi.
Yeah.
That was actually super crazy. PewPewU does neutral B out of shield. Javi guesses he does something and he up smashes it.
Yeah. Looks like Javi went for the zoo.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out.
And he killed
the zoo, the classic, this classic zoo is the wave dash back off of the stage.
Just drop it back here. Yeah. It's really good versus Marth once his double gun is gone. But yo, on Stadium, I think you might not be able to do it.
Yeah.
The blast zone is right there. So. Wow, nice chase.
Yeah.
Nice chase.
Beautiful chase down. And again, that's the mix-up. Fox is so much faster than you that like you have to decide when to take evasive maneuvers. And if you never put up your shield, like you think he's gonna grab, then of course you don't want to shield.
Yep.
But
ooh, you saw what happened there?
Yeah.
He missed the follow-up on the up throw because the stage was transforming.
Yeah.
Javi did.
Not actually a random element, but very, very frustrating when you see that the stage is going to change and you have an offensive ability, like an offensive moment. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
So close for PewPewU,
Yeah,
barely living.
He's actually going to stay up there, put pressure on him.
Yeah.
I respect that.
This is a lot of pressure being put on PewPewU right now because at any point, Javi can drop down and shine, just like he did.
Yep.
Didn't get it, but a very scary situation for PewPewU.
Yep.
Javi playing this really, really well.
Yes.
Gonna grab the ledge. Made a little bit of a call out on his edge guard, not going for a reaction. Made a prediction instead.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
wow.
He could have up smashed that. He didn't. Went for an up air.
Yeah.
Not
Which
the
would have been
best.
super stylish. He's going for the Swanton Bomb. My man Javi looking like Jeff Hardy.
Is that it?
Ooh,
That
DIing into the forward air means PewPewU gets his second Ken combo to tie it up 1-1. For everybody who actually watched WWE, I think Fox's up air, especially the falling up air, looks like a swanton bomb, dude.
Yeah. Semifinals. PewPewU versus Javi. Winner has the winner of Armada and Silent Wolf, which
we'll have next.
Soon. And this is game 3. This is the Fox counter pick. And you know, I'm thinking if I'm Marth, I'm banning Dreamland. I think that stage is just so utterly good for Fox, and also bad for Marth, because the follow-ups just aren't there the way they are on a lot of these other stages.
Yeah. What do you think Javi's thinking about? He looks like he's looking to his homies for some advice.
It's kind of weird, right? Because I'm thinking usually when I play Marths, I'm like, all right.
By the way, sorry to cut you off. An update from the Twitterverse. Shroomed lost to Lil Fumi, a.k.a. Santiago.
Yep.
So Shroomed, one of my picks for top 8 out of the tournament.
Out of the tournament, and also one of Blur's picks for top 8.
Yeah.
So Rough Times Blur, looks like you're not so infallible after all.
Shocked.
Ouch. Right.
Shocking that Blur's predictions didn't just come instantly true.
This is why I was like, if I'm Fox, Marth bans Dreamland, I take the bait. That's what I always do. That's what every Fox does. Every Fox does that. And Javi probably does too.
Yeah.
But the problem is that PewPewU took it here game 2 and then won. Then Javi's like, well, but that's my counter pick. So you got to really think about it and be like, well, what am I doing?
Slash, can I get that young resync? Oh, you can't hear me. Slash. Can I get one of those bad boys? Love it. Look at this crispy audio.
Yep. Javi is down a stock, and it's looking like Stadium is, I don't know, this is the PewPewU stage, man.
Yeah, so I mean, the big difference between Story and Stadium is the close quarters. And with Javi's aggressive style, I'm not too surprised to see, great DI by Javi. Not wanting to get Ken comboed yet again.
Ooh, oh, that is huge. That should have been a dead Javi, but now Javi is back on
Sakurai combo.
Yep.
Fox privilege. Anyway, like I was saying, you know, you were talking about Javi being very aggressive, which he has been, and PewPewU has more room to run away on Stadium.
That's true.
So if that's kind of the defining difference between the two stages, I can see why this is favoring PewPewU.
Yeah, there are fewer scuffles on this stage.
Yeah. Yes, fewer scuffles. Looking like Drug Fox. I mean, Music King.
Right. Who in turn looked like Music King.
Yes.
Yeah. No, Javi.
Oh, Javi.
A very unsafe ledge refresh.
I actually have thought about option selecting there.
Yeah.
I think that's like racing for the ledge, because if you mess up, like, we'll talk about it later. Right. Oh, again, a little ledge switch.
I'm curious as to what you have to say. So,
yeah.
All right, so this is
really tough situation for Javi, but he was down, I think, this much versus PPMD at Apex when he made his famous, you know, kind of run.
Yeah.
And he was able to clutch it.
So at this point, you know, who knows?
Javi definitely not a choker. Look, he just turned it up.
Oh my God.
Javi going
so
in, corner, up smash!
So much damage!
And now it's a one-stock game!
Beautiful combo!
What a combo by Javi. He's playing so fast right now.
Yep.
PewPewU needs to be so careful. Oh. Javi just going in.
But he doesn't care. There's him out of his forward air. Javi needs to be careful with how he approaches. Yo!
Yeah, that was so close. Uh-oh.
Wow. Wow, yup.
Beautiful.
Edge cancel, up throw, no jump. Okay, he hits the ground.
Uh-oh. Scuffle. Scuffling.
Up throw, up air.
Marth living. But
the rock stage, dude, this is so, oh my God! You are kidding me. He goes in.
A scuffle.
Yo,
a true scuffle.
No.
Javi messes up again.
Javi, why? Why would you do that?
PewPewU not even messing around, just gonna stand there and forward smash.
Oh my God.
What a set between Javi and PewPewU.
That was so nutty. Why would he drop like that? I think he fast fell and he held down too long and he fell past